Out in the open tonight, a scandalous situation in Florida you're just not going to believe, where a group of dangerous sex offenders convicted of abusing children ended up living after they got out of jail. What's even harder to believe is who's responsible for putting them there. But does this make kids safer? John Zarella has been investigating this for some time now, and tonight he has the shocking details.
The noise never stops, day or night. The sound of cars traveling the causeway linking Miami to Miami Beach. And beneath that mass of concrete and steel live a handful of homeless men. Kevin Morales has been here 3 weeks. At night, he sleeps in a recliner perched at the top of the embankment.
You can even hear the mice behind you picking away at your bags.
But there is something the people in those cars above don't know about Morales and the others. All 4 of these men are convicted felons, sex offenders, who committed crimes against children. They are here, Morales says, because they have no place else to live.
I went and gave a down payment to hold the apartment. Needless to say, the following day, I get the bad news from my probation officer that I'm not allowed to live there because the building had a pool where children may congregate.
Laws in both Miami and Miami Beach prohibit sex offenders from living within 2,500 feet of schools, playgrounds, and anywhere children congregate. With nowhere to put these men, the Department of Corrections first placed them under a highway off-ramp in Miami. But that location was near, of all places, a center for sexually abused children. So corrections officers moved them here. On the state's sex offender website, each man's address is listed as the Julia Tuttle Causeway. State corrections officials say they know it's not ideal, but they had no choice.
The real question is, do we really want people wandering around without a place to live, without a country, without a location to be? Because the increasing restrictions push them further and further out.
At least here, Bruce Grant says, they are all in one place and can easily be monitored. Nearly every morning at 5 a.m. with his flashlight in hand, Benito Casal comes by.
Angel Sanchez here. Kevin Morales here.
Casal is their probation officer, responsible for making sure they are here, complying with the conditions of their parole. So far, he says, they all have. A couple of 100 yards from where Kevin Morales lives under that bridge, right over here, behind these bushes, lives another registered sex offender, Rene Matamoros. He's been here since last August.
This is aluminum.
Matamoros makes about $200 a month selling the aluminum. He sleeps in a tent and has a makeshift kitchen, complete with rats. For the foreseeable future, this is his existence.
I gotta know where I can go.
I'm just worried about public safety.
We asked State Senator Dave Aronberg to meet us at the bridge.
They're horrible criminals.
Aronberg is sponsoring legislation that would set a uniform statewide standard that would keep offenders 1,500 feet from where children gather. And it requires all offenders to wear electronic monitoring devices. He believes forcing men to live this way is asking for trouble.
They're desperate, they're angry, and who do they hang around but other sex offenders, and they feed off each other's anger and their desperation. I just don't see how this helps public safety.
For Kevin Morales, going back to jail might be a blessing.
If homeless life is what I have to look forward to, then I am better off in there, because there's nothing out here for me.
None of these men know where they will go after this. What they all do know is that few people have any sympathy for their plight. John Zarella, CNN, Miami.